Silence fell like a thick blanket. It had grown almost unbearable when... An outsider has no right to object. Sanan. He was especially pale, which seemed to be one of the consequences of being active during the day. Is it okay for you to be up right now? Sanan, you look pale. Don't worry about me. He bowed quickly, his mouth a compressed line, turned to regard the doctor with a cool gaze. We use this treatment effectively and at our own discretion. It's dangerous and far too strong. We have continued Kodo's research. I am, as you can see, living proof, so to speak. Sanan did indeed prove it was possible to drink the water of life, retain your sanity. It just wasn't easy. Perhaps you're right, but one success hardly means you've unlocked its secrets. I respectfully disagree. With continued research and modification, we will have many more successes and fewer casualties. I don't like the way he's going about this. This isn't a matter of a fewer casualties. It's a matter of casualties, period. It isn't worth the deaths of more of your men. The men who had given their lives are the foundation of our work. I won't allow them to have died in vain. But... Alright, that's enough from both of you. Why don't we discuss this some other time? It was my private opinion they were unlikely to agree no matter what time they discussed the subject, but I felt it won't be polite to keep it to myself. Very well. There seemed to be very little in the way of common ground between them, but I could see merit in both of their arguments. Likely, Kondo had as well, and had chosen to end things before it got... If you insist, Kondo. Sanan's face betrayed nothing of what he might be thinking, even when the corner of his mouth quirked up into the beginning of a smile. He bowed once more and left as swiftly as he's arrived. So, that cleared up nothing. Kondo cleared his throat loudly. So, how did the exams go? Yes. About that. Dr. Matsumoto's face took on the look of someone about to discuss something exceedingly grotesque. Nearly a third of your men are sick or injured or both. What? Impossible. It is not only possible, Kondo, but it's the truth. What on earth have you been doing to these poor men? Cuts, lacerations, bowel pain. The entire place is lousy with, well, lice. Are you serious? First, you need to set aside a room dedicated to medical care. Sick men can be sent there. Second, you need to clean this place up, otherwise I won't be able to help you. I see, well, if the good doctor says so. Oops. And so we were ordered to clean the entire compound. Captains complied, although they certainly seemed less than enthusiastic about it. Clean up. Everyone's got to clean up or else we'll all get sick and die. Following day, Dr. Matsumoto returned for an inspection. Cool. Well, you've certainly cleaned this place up. You look pleased, if not a little smug. It better be, we busted our asses. Yeah, except for Souji. The only thing his ass busted was a chair. Didn't seem fair to me. Can't blame me if Hijikata's an overprotective old woman. I resent that. Shut it. You can run around all you want as soon as you can go a day without coughing up a lung. If Hijikata had any actual concern for Okita's health, his face showed none of it. Nonetheless, a clean home is a nice change. True, the place looks different. I guess I could get used to this. Well, maybe we should clean every day then. There you go, that's a good idea. Great idea! Make sure you do a good job, Heisuke. Me? Whoa, whoa, hold on a minute there. You've got the most energy, Shin. Don't think you're getting out of this. I'll help too. I'm gonna be a helper. Good, good. We'll give it a shot tomorrow, right? Hey, wait a minute. When exactly did I tell you I was gonna help? Oh, you're gonna help, Nagakura. Shinpachi, there's some trash over there. Go throw it away. Hey, we're starting tomorrow, right, Heisuke? Got him. Stop running around all like that. We just cleaned your boat and you're already kicking up dust. I was enjoying their banter so much I didn't notice Okita quietly stepped outside. Okida. Oh? I could just see Okida and Dr. Matsumoto outside, walking off somewhere together. I'm worried about Okida! Ta-da! What were Okida and Dr. Matsumoto doing? Was Okida going to talk to the doctor about his cough? He'd been coughing an awful lot lately, and now that I thought about it, was he alright? I decided to follow them. Could be pneumonia. This could be bad. Huh? Unfortunately, I'd waited too long, and by the time I made my way outside, they were gone. Shimada, have you seen Okida and the doctor? Oh yeah, I think I saw them on their way to the courtyard. Thank you. Don't mention it, just slow down before you hurt yourself, alright? Okay. You got it, dude. Bowed quickly, turned toward the courtyard, and then paused. The courtyard, should I try to catch up, or should I go around the back and try to reach the courtyard before they did? I'm gonna catch them. I'm gonna catch up. Figured the best course of action was to follow them and hope I could catch up. Oh, I should have went around, doi. And there they were, just like Shimada had said. I could see Okida and the doctor sitting on a bench talking, their expressions were grim, and so I kept my distance and hid as best they could. Sorry, I wanted to take the shortcut, because I wanted to see what I'd run into if I did that, but no. Eavesdropping was not something I'm proud of, but I had a terrible feeling about Okida. I'll be honest with you, Okida. You have tuberculosis. Oh, shit. For just a second, my heart stopped. A shiver ran down my spine, and suddenly I felt very, very cold. Had he just said... It's consumption? No way! Had a feeling that was it. The real thing, huh? The famous disease. Okida has... You aren't surprised? Well, it's my body, Doc. Okida has tuberculosis? It was all I could do to keep from screaming. My whole body shook. Gotta tell you, though, I'm not really used to getting my health advice from doctors, you know? This isn't a laughing matter. Oh, don't let this fool you. I'm scared shitless, believe me. I suggest you leave the Shinsengumi and recuperate. The sight of a smile didn't leave Okida's face. You need to relax and take it easy. Go somewhere where the air is cleaner. Eat healthy and keep up your energy. Sorry, no can do. Look, this is serious. If you don't deal with this... You're asking me to leave the Shinsengumi, Doc? Can't do that. Why are you so desperate to stay here? My life's only got one purpose, and when I might die doesn't change that. I'm here to kill anyone who stands against the Shinsengumi, simple as that. If I die, I can't fulfill that purpose, sure. But sitting on my ass out here in the country isn't gonna fulfill it either. You get it? If I'm gonna die, then that's a reason for me to stay, not a reason for me to go. I understand. If your condition worsens, then you may end up causing trouble for your friends. You understand that, don't you? If you insist on staying, then you must agree to do as I tell you. If you won't, then I'll tell Kondo about your condition. I think we both know what he'll do. Low blow, Doc. Man. This means I'm gonna have to take some really disgusting medicine, doesn't it? Of course. If Oki was really gonna die, his words lay heavy on my heart. My chest was tight and breathing had become an effort. I leaned heavily against nearby support and struggled to hear the rest of the conversation. Matsumoto had gone quiet, his eyes looking off into the distance. Okida grinned and nudged him. Look, Doc, please don't tell Kondo and the guys about this, okay? Promise? His tone was as casual as ever, but there was something more there. Desperation, fear, concern. Dr. Matsumoto seemed to hear it too. He blinked suddenly and turned his eyes to focus on Okida. Well, I suppose there are certain things that not everyone needs to know. He was quiet for a long time. At last he sighed and his shoulders slumped. Also, Dr. Confidentiality. There's something I've already been keeping a secret. I just can't bring myself to tell her. He looked up at the sky for a moment. There's a rumor that Kodo is working for a group of extremists, some of the Imperial Nationalist Ronin. How could I tell her that? The news of Okida's illness had me so scattered that I almost cried out at this new piece of intelligence. I clapped my hands over my mouth. My father working with the nationalists? Then Dr. Matsumoto did know something about where my father was. Well, sometimes you get the bear. And sometimes the bear gets you. Yeah, I know. Well, I'll be around more in the future to come by and check on you. Make sure you don't push yourself too hard, alright? Thanks, Doc. Holy shit. He just got Moulin Rouged. He's Nicole Kidman. You're Nicole Kidman now. I'm dating Nicole Kidman. Alright. I was lost in thought for a few moments. When I finally looked up, Matsumoto had already left. Okita got Moulin Rouged. He's got consumption. Father was working with the men who wanted to overthrow the shogunate. My head was spinning. It was so much to take in. Okita still sat on the bench alone, gazing out into the courtyard. Chizuru. My heart nearly stopped. His voice sounded no different from it. Might have, if we'd passed one another in the hall on any other day. As if there was no particular reason for him or me to be here. My heart had resumed beating, but was now working so hard and fast. I was afraid it might burst out of my chest. Come on, Chizuru. You can come out now. Yeah, he found me. He turned and looked straight at me, his mouth twisted up in a half and self-satisfied smile. He'd known I was there the whole time. Well, there wasn't much point in hiding now. I took a deep breath and stepped toward him. It's alright, come sit down over here. He gave me a grin and patted the bench next to him. I couldn't bear to look into his eyes. Alright. My eyes trained purposefully on the ground at my feet. I slowly lowered myself onto the bench. The silence was maddening. My heart felt somehow light and heavy at the same time, as if it might sink into my stomach or float away like a balloon. You didn't buy all the crap that doctor was saying, did you? Come on, do I really look like I'm sick? His voice was playful and teasing. I don't want you to take this seriously, alright? He was just guessing, overreacting. Dr. Matsumoto hadn't sounded like he was guessing to me. In fact, he sounded pretty sure of himself. Then again, who would know what was going on with Okita better than Okita himself? Except for a trained professional. You wouldn't tell anyone about something that was just a guess, right? There was an edge to his voice that perhaps he didn't notice was there. If you tell anybody, then I'll probably have to kill you after all. Heard those words many times before, often delivered in a cheerful, casual tone. If I got in the way, he'd kill me. If I wasn't useful, he'd kill me. And every time I'd heard them, I'd been terrified at how serious he was. But this time, he only sounded sad. You say that so much, Okita. I could feel tears welling up in my eyes, ready to... No, this wasn't the time. With a mighty effort, I swallowed the sob building in my chest. He gave me an odd, crooked smile. Yeah, I guess I do. He stood up. After a second's hesitation, I followed suit. Okita. He turned slowly to face me. For the first time since I'd sat down, I looked straight into his eyes. My mind was still reeling from everything I'd just learned, but I had to give him an answer. I won't tell anyone about your illness, I promise. Thanks. His smile was gentle and as honest as I'd ever seen from him. Shit. After he left, I stood alone in the courtyard. It was the first time Okita had thanked me for anything. By all rights, I should have been happy. By all rights, I should have been happy, ecstatic, but instead I felt miserable. My heart was a stone in my chest, and my stomach felt as if it twisted itself, nearly in half. Okita,